I have the ability to look at an individual and know everything about their life, ranging from their past, their present, as well as their future. I literally know everything about everyone. I don't believe in psychics. I don't believe really in tarot cards or any of that, because everybody in this world has their free will to do what they want to do. People are not well in the mind. So if they have clarity and direction, then to me, that can make the world a better place. That can just make things better.
Welcome back to the BILF pod, where authenticity trumps authority. Now, today's guest is very, very special. She is a doctor. She is a celebrity intuitive. She is a life intuitive, business intuitive. I mean, just so incredible to have you here.
Thank you.
So without further ado, I don't know if you know, do you remember we met before? Do you know that we met?
I do not remember. So here's a fun fact. I don't remember when I meet people or when I speak to people intuitively. I forget.
That's so, I'll tell you after, but before, sorry, I messed up your introduction, but we have Dr. Natasha Leath, also known as Talk the Tash. So
yes.
With a warm welcome. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
Well, it just aligned, but I met you in Staten Island. You were there with like a group of, this woman, Paulina, was having an event.
Oh, that's my girl, Paulina.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yes. And then
it's the tea event.
Yes. And I was on the panel, but you were sitting in the front, and I had met you, like, it was very brief. It was just very brief and in passing, and you were there. And then that was it. Then on DM, we DM'd, and it was timing aligned. I don't know how that happened, and here you are.
Oh my God, so amazing. So good to see you again. Paulina's amazing, and that's such a classy event.
Yeah.
I love it. I look forward to it every year.
It's so beautiful. She did
classy.
such a good event.
She does tons of great events.
But this show is about you and everything that you have to offer, and you have such a special gift.
Thank
but
you.
I'm just gonna go into it because I'm so curious and I have a million questions. So feel free to answer whatever you want, and then whatever you can just say pass.
Okay.
Okay,
Gotcha.
cool. So intuitive. Now explain you're not a medium. I already heard you say that.
Yep.
So just explain exactly what that is for somebody that's wondering what exactly you do.
So I have a gift since the age of 6 years old, where I have the ability to look at an individual and know everything about their life, ranging from their past, their present, as well as their future. My gift never shuts off. It's a God-given gift. I want to start with that. You know, my family owned that it was from God because I was a child.
Yeah.
And so my gift is always on, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I literally know everything about everyone who's walking past me over the phone. I can read photos. You can show me a photo of someone, and I can literally tell you everything about that person just from looking at their photo on the phone, in person. It's just a very special prophetic gift that I have that I'm very thankful to share with the world.
When did you like come into it that you finally owned it? Because you said you were in corporate before. So when did you finally because at 6, I'm sure you thought something was different, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know what was going on. So when did you like kind of own it? Like, this is what I am, this is what I'm doing? Or how did you even know what that was?
Yeah. Well, my family identified it. You know, I grew up in a very close-knit family. It was required to have dinner together every night as a family. We had to watch television together as a family. We did everything as a family. And so it was identified in my household, and we talked about it. I used to get up in the middle of the night. I would sleepwalk. I would try to get out the door. My mom had like 4 locks on the door because I would get up in the middle of the night to try to get out the door to talk to people. So my mom was like, okay, who's going to be on rotation to get to Tash before she runs out of here? And so I believe that during that time as a child, I wasn't operating in my gift. I had the gift, but I wasn't operating in the gift. So I think me sleepwalking wasn't me trying to give people messages. And so as I've gotten older and I've tapped into my abilities, I stopped sleepwalking. So I know that that's like an attachment in some capacity, because I'm like, okay, now I'm spreading my gift and now I'm not sleepwalking anymore. So it's always been identified in my family that I had this gift.
That's so crazy. Like, and I know like people are skeptical about this, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot of phonies out there. You know, the people that are like, call 1-800-PSYCHIC or whatever it is.
Terrible.
So what makes you the real deal? Not that I'm questioning that you're not, but what makes you like the real deal? And you feel like the real deal because you said some things that were all like, oh shit.
Thank you. I mean, again, this is my entire life, right? You know, I'm from Queens, New York. You know, I'm very homegirl, and it's an ability that I have that I'm choosing to share with the world. This is a choice. I was very successful in corporate America. I did not have to leave my good job to make myself available to help people, because I know that what I give is real. And it's a proven thing, right? I go on Instagram Live. I'm on the radio. I talk to whoever I encounter, and I tell them things about their lives that no one would know. Like, how would you know?
That's so crazy. Now, do you think like, So I have a good question. Do you think that your life is kind of set for you, like your path is already chosen? Or can you kind of change the trajectory of it by you telling somebody what's going on? Do you think you can prevent whatever it is from happening?
So I'm not a psychic, right? And I'm glad that was a great question. I'm not a psychic. I don't identify as that because I can't predict anyone's future.
Yeah.
The only person who could do that is God. And so in my bio, I will say I read your past, present, and the possibility of your future.
Gotcha.
And I say possibility because I can see things in your life for your future that's good for you. And I'm going to give you the roadmap and the insight and say, hey, you're a phenomenal writer. You should be writing. If you do X, Y, Z, you'll blow up and write a New York Times bestselling author. But if you choose to not do it, then that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so you're giving the tools.
So giving you the tools, right? Everything is free will. So I don't believe in psychics. I don't believe really in tarot cards or any of that because everybody in this world has their free will to do what they want to do. I just give prophetic, intuitive guidance.
I love that. And how many people are you currently helping right now?
I average anywhere between 70 to 100 clients per week worldwide.
Wow. That's incredible. And but I love how you keep saying helping people.
Thank you.
It's really, because you're not using your gift for bad or evil, but you're literally helping people pave the way for their future. And whether or not they want to use it, like whatever, but they have the ability to do whatever tools you're giving them. I love that.
Thank you. I mean, I'm an intuitive life strategist. I'm literally using my God-given gift to help you strategize your life, right? Because it's hard.
Yes, of course.
It's hard. Like, it's not easy, okay?
It's not.
And so to have someone like me as a resource that can give you the roadmap and say, hey, it's not easy, but you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, if you go this way and that way, you'll be fine because it's what you really want to do and give them the tools to do it.
So do you think this is like an inherited trait? Do you think like do you think there's other people like you in the world? Like, is it like 1 in a billion are born? Like, explain this to me.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So I've heard in my family that my grandmother on my father's side had this gift, but you know, she was older. So back in the day, they would consider that being a witch, right? The witch of herself. So they really never dealt with that too much. And I'm not going to tap into this because my brother's going to kill me. But my brother, who's 1 year younger than me, he has the same gift that I have, but he's not public with it at all, right? So I'm going to leave that. But he has the same abilities. And when I see people in the street or if I have a session with someone, I can identify if they are gifted.
That's crazy.
And I will call them out on it. I'm like, you have the same gift I have. How come you're not using it? We can be helping the world. We can be working together and saving the world, because this is what this is about. It's about saving the world, helping people, getting clarity. Mental illness is at an all-time high. People are not well in the mind. So if they have clarity and direction, then to me, that can make the world a better place. That can just make things better, you know, if people are clear.
That's such an interesting concept. That's so interesting that you say that, because mental illness, you're right.
It's horrible.
We're about the same age, and I just remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, going through school, right? I'm sure people had mental illness, but I don't remember, now maybe I'm crazy and I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't remember being in class and mental illness was like all over the classroom. I just don't remember. Maybe people had it, but it wasn't.
Well, you know what's crazy? I don't know where you come, but for me in New York, we had special ed.
Yeah, special ed.
So, I mean, I think that's where the people with the mental illness, I think they were in special ed.
It wasn't filled to the brim, though. I mean, I think mental illness, because of the society we're in, it's just at an all-time high. And I don't know that it's necessarily mental illness.
I think it's social media.
Yes, I think social media
is a distraction.
I agree. And I think the stigma and the pressure and society, it's just a lot. We didn't have this growing up.
No, we did
That's
not.
the big difference, is growing up, you know, you had to deal with the stress of life. Like, I do have anxiety, so mental illness, I want to be clear, mental illness is a real thing. I know it is. But it's how you deal with it. Because regardless of me having anxiety, I still had to take my ass to school. It didn't matter.
Yeah, no, and it's different. It's a different time now, I think.
Completely.
The influence of social media is horrific.
Yes.
Because everyone's trying to follow what someone else is doing as opposed to their own lives.
Filters.
Which is horrible. Filters and, you know, who's doing what and who's a millionaire, and half of the stuff on social media is so fake. Like, I scroll through social media at night just for giggles, right? And I'm like, girl, that's not even your car. That's like, it's not even your life. I can read that.
What do we call them? Posers back in the day.
It's horrible.
And then you have this generation that they think it's real, and they're not. They don't have their own identity anymore. It's so, I love that. And then you come with your amazing gift and really directing people on the right path.
Yeah, and I keep it real too. You know, I'll call you out. You know, and I'll tell people, you know, I'm not always going to tell you good things. I'm not here to tell you what you want to know or what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. You know, in your marriage, sometimes I see infidelity. Sometimes I see you may lose a job, you may get fired from a job, or you have depression and you're suicidal. Like whatever it is, I'm gonna call you out on it because that's the only way you're gonna get the best results.
For sure, and you can help yourself.
Yes.
Some people don't want to help themselves, then you give them the tool.
themselves.
Whether or not they want to take it, that's a whole other story. Yeah. So, author of, tell me, give me all the, I want the tea on this.
Thank
so you wrote a book or books?
Well, I'm a co-author in the book.
So what?
Called Still I Thrive, yes.
Take it, girl, take it.
Still I Thrive by PK Kerosi. I'm a co-author with, I think it's 25 other authors. And we talked about life and how to strive in life and how to get through life, you know? And mine is based around being... living your life at its highest possibility, you know, owning your purpose, owning your truth. You know, that's my chapter because I believe that everyone has a purpose, but it's just a matter of us finding it and living in it.
Yes, and then finally, when I believe when you own your truth, like who you really are, it might take a while. They say when you turn 40 is when you finally own who you are.
That's a fact.
My uncle told me that when you turn 40 years old, I said that out loud. No, when you turn 40 years old, you are going to live your best life, but you are going to own who you are. And it's so true. The minute I turned 40, I'm like, this is who I am. Not everybody's cup of tea, but here I am.
That's it. No shit. I'm 41. And when I turned 40, it was like I got divorced. I'm, publicly saying that I just got divorced. And my goal was to start my new chapter by the time I was 40. I left my ex-husband that August. That September, I turned 40. Wow. And everything changed.
For the better.
For the better, yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Like, I'm not sending my condolences.
I'm
saying congratulations.
No, thank you.
Because some people are like, oh, I'm so sad for you. You're like, no.
I left.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yes.
I'm great.
I love it. So let me ask you. So you didn't go to school so what did you go to school for?
So I went to school for journalism and communications because I always wanted to be a journalist. I did not finish because unfortunately my mother passed away when I was 20 years old, and that was a lot. Well, my biological mother and my adopted mother, they passed away 3 days apart when I was 20 years old. So let me just add that. So you can imagine a heavy load of that, of losing two parents at the same time, and it kind of put me in a little bit of a mental spiral of identifying who I was and identifying myself and finding myself and feeling lost, losing mothers, having this gift, being in New York City, trying to figure it out. It was not easy. So I just worked very hard in corporate America, and I worked my way up all the way to be an executive, chief of staff, chief of development of partnerships. I worked really hard because I love people and I'm good with people. Yeah. And I don't think it's about the credentials. I think it's more so about the skill.
Absolutely. That is, you cannot teach somebody how to deal with people. No. Either you have the skill or you don't. This is not something that you can teach somebody. We say we call it the chutzpah. Either you have it or you don't. This is not, you can try to train it, but it doesn't work like that. So let me ask you about your gift. Okay, so now you have this gift, okay? And I'm imagining that you have it and you're going through life with this beautiful gift. Was it, or maybe another defining moment where you're like, I'm really going to hone in on this? Was it the passing of your mom's? Or was it like another defining moment where you're like, I'm going to go all in and really choose to leave corporate behind and hone in on this gift?
It was me using my gift 24 hours. It was me walking to my office from the train, stopping at Starbucks, reading the cashier. It was me taking the Uber, going to my office, reading the Uber driver. It was me sitting in a conference, reading the person who I was having a meeting with, or taking a resume that I was reviewing and flipping it to the side and putting it to the side saying, okay, we need to have a real conversation. This is not your life. This is not even the thing that you want to do. So when I realized that I was operating in my gift, even in corporate, I asked myself, I would call my best friend and I would call her from my desk. I'm like, I hate this. I hate working for people. She said, why are you working for people? Yeah. My best friend, Shay Wood, 5,000 More Flavors, First Family of Fashion. I always got to shout her out. I would call her from my office and she would say, what are you doing? If I had a gift like you, I would never work. Why you just quit? Have an event at my store. Her store, Harlem Haberdashery in Harlem. Have an event at my store. Do this. And I'm like, I need a paycheck. I can't. And she was like, you have a gift. You don't have to work.
And it's okay.
It's okay, right? And so the support that I had of people who believed in me and knew that my gift would serve good in the world is what really pushed me. I don't think if I had the support from my family, who's very supportive of my gift, they're so proud of how I'm using my gift, and my friends, my best friend and my close friends, that support let me live in my purpose, and I'm so thankful for it.
And I know it shows because I know you have an array of celebrity clients. Are you allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
So who have you read for?
Some of my clients that I've read for, Cynthia Bailey.
I love her.
From Housewives of Atlanta. Bryson Tiller. He's like a little brother to me now. I just love him. I've spoken to Tiki Barber. Pep from Salt and Pepper. She's like one of my faves. She's so fun. Remy Ma. I've had sessions with Remy Ma, who's awesome. She's so bomb. She's so real. She's so New York. She's so home. I love Rem. And many others. You know, there are some celebrity clients that have me in an NDA because they don't even want me to mix their name. But there's a ton.
But so they bring you in to do like life strategy, to do what, like, why do they bring you in? Why would somebody
to help them with their lives? You know, these are real big public figures and they deal with so much on a daily basis. I mean, they can't even go to a Starbucks without someone screaming at them or, oh my God, I love you, right? Their lives are just not normal. And that's chaotic, right?
A lot of noise.
A lot of noise. So they need what's my life? What is my life? Who am I? You know, and it's so easy to lose your identity in that because am I this person for them? Who am I for me? How do I get grounded? How do I get rebalanced? What is my life? And so I help them identify that and keep them on path and keep them balanced and structured and true. So who they are despite the fame.
So and you don't have to tell me the celebrity or anything like that, but give me like it doesn't even have to be a celebrity, but what's like the best story that you can, or your favorite story of somebody that you came in, you did some, life strategies with them and like you really made a difference and helped them?
Bryson Tiller, right? He's like family to me now. He's like a little bro. I remember flying to Miami, to his place and his assistant came to the door and I'm like, hey, where's Bryson? My first time meeting him. We've had plenty of sessions over the phone, my first time meeting him. And I said, where's Bryson? And she said, oh, he's in the room playing video games. And I was like, okay, does he know that I'm here? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go, right? Because these celebrities, they're used to people being on their time.
I know.
Right? So I'm like, I'm here to help him. So where is he? So I go in the room and he's in there playing video games. He's like, oh, hey, what's up, Tash? I'm like, what's up, B? How you doing? You ready? Oh, yeah, after this game. And I was like, no.
After the video game?
Yeah. And I said, no, B, we're going to get started now. Let's go. And he's like, because he was nervous, right? Most people are nervous to
they don't want to be read.
Talk to me. And so we went out on his beautiful patio and we're sitting down and he was just so nervous. I was like, let's get comfortable. So we sat on top of the pool table in the back and we sat and we looked at the water and I was like, brother, I'm cool. Let's just chill out. And I'm like swinging off the pool table, looking at the water, just having a real conversation. And the things that I told him, he was pretty blown away. And I would say that one of the things was I told him to call a particular celebrity, I won't say.
Yeah.
And he made a bet with me. He said, well, if this person doesn't call, then what? If this person doesn't answer, I said, call them right now. I said, if they don't answer, I'll leave. And he was like, what? And this is a big celebrity, high end. And he said, all right, he called them. He answered right away. And then he opened up for this big celebrity's wife.
Wow. There you go.
And this is the top celebrities that you could think of.
Because you saw it, you knew.
Yeah.
So you knew it.
Yeah.
And you could feel it. And then I love that. What did he say after that?
I was like, this guy has been waiting to hear from you. Call him. He was like, oh, he gave me his number. I said, call him and talk to him. He wants to work with you. And he called to me right away. He was like, oh, Bryson, how you doing, man? Yeah, my wife is performing. I want you to open up for her. Without me saying she's the top performer in the world. I'll say that.
Gotcha. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Wow, that is so you've been putting a lot of so what about some situations where your gift has scared people, like really scared people away?
Every day.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I don't I'm a little afraid to hear what you have to say about me. I don't know that I want you to tell me anything crazy.
I don't tell anybody anything bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone to have that experience, right? It's your life. It is your life. And why wouldn't you want to know and get the tools and the resources to live your best life? That's my only goal, is to help you live your best life. So there's nothing to be afraid of. And even if it's something that you don't want to hear, you're supposed to hear it.
Yes. Right? And I think the way that you're putting it makes me a lot more at ease.
Yeah.
But what about in your own life? Isn't it conflicting? Like, how does that work if you're newly divorced, and I'm guessing, I don't know if you're on the dating scene or you're just taking it slow, but how does that work now? Like, so when a guy comes up, you're like, full of shit. Yeah, nothing to offer.
So interestingly enough, I cannot read my own life, which sucks.
Okay, that is Let's talk about that. So
It's horrible.
So you can't read. What if you went to your brother? Oh, he doesn't want to exercise his gift.
Yeah, I mean, we don't use, I don't read my family members. People who are close to me, I really don't, because they're my part of my day-to-day. That's my bestie. We speak 50 times a day. If she needs to know something, if I know she needs to say something, I'll just tell her. I'm like, oh, this is going on. Or she'll be like, sis, I know I don't use you for your gift, but I need to know what's going on with blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right. But we don't, I guess I have to operate a normal life.
Yeah, you do. But wow, what an advantage would it be if you brought different guys are coming, you're trying to date now, and you're like, no, no money in the bank, full of shit.
Yeah,
girlfriends.
But I'm a woman, right? First,
you have intuition. I mean, you have intuition too.
Intuition, but women, we date potential sometimes. I'm gonna keep it real, right?
Yes, of course.
And so
or what you want them to be.
What you want them to be.
Yeah.
So even with my intuition,
we still wouldn't listen. It wouldn't matter.
Like, oh, he's a bum, but he's cute.
He's cute though, right?
But he's a bum, but he's cute.
Yes. And he said the nicest thing, yeah.
But he's a bum.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
It goes back to the whole tool thing. You have everything in front of you, and if you're going to pick it up, then great. But if not, at the end of the day, we're going to do what we want, no matter what
matter what. Even me, I'm still human.
Yeah,
so I make the same mistakes and the same errors you do. And people are like, you didn't know that he wasn't good. I'm like, I did, but, I wanted to see. I saw what he could be.
Yes. So let's talk about the business side. So now you leave corporate America, you start your own business, and what are you doing with it? Let's hear about it.
So I've branded myself as Talk to Tash. That's what many know me as. I am a celebrity intuitive life strategist, and I use my prophetic intuitive ability to give people guidance, clarity, confirmation, and purpose. And that's a true mission for me, to ensure that people are doing well, that people are living their lives, their best lives. Too often I see that people are living their lives in a way that they shouldn't, and it's by choice or by lack of knowledge, right? Or by lack of circumstances, or they choose to be stuck. And so my goal and my mission is to help them get past that, get past this trauma, these circumstances, these beliefs that you cannot do it. And so me having this gift and telling people these things without them telling me, it's confirmation. They're like, how did you know that? I mean, because that's your purpose. So I want to help every single person that I can connect with live your best life, live your purpose life, be who you are destined to be unapologetically.
I love that.
That is my goal.
I love that.
Yeah.
So when you help, you have an agency, I'm assuming, right? An agency, people get in touch with you. Now, are you mobile? Do you go to people, or do you prefer them to go? No, you don't go to.
No one meets with me in person. The only people that meet with me in person are my celebrity clients. If I have to travel to them, everybody speaks to me over the phone or FaceTime. That's the closest that you're gonna get to seeing me if you book a FaceTime call.
What do you do about apprehensive people? What do you do when they're apprehensive?
Don't book. I'm the real one. I'll get on the phone. I had a couple of clients, and they'll come on the phone with a straight face. And I'm like, hi. I'm so excited to talk to you. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, so we're going to stop this. You booked me.
Yeah, I didn't reach out to you.
I didn't book out you. You reached out to me. Well, I'm doing it because, my friend said I should do it. I said, no. We're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're not ready, and I don't need that energy. So if you're not open, we're going to reschedule. So Brandon, my team lead, who's amazing, shout out to Brandon, who is everything to me. Brandon, my team lead, will reach out to you, and he will reschedule you when I think that you're ready. I'm not going to waste my time or yours if you're not ready to receive.
Yeah,
and I would kindly reschedule someone and get them off of my calendar.
Because if they're not into it, they're not going to be open to receiving whatever you say.
Don't do me any favors.
Yeah, which is weird. Why would somebody reach out to you if they don't really want? I don't know. Maybe I think people do it for I don't know why they do it.
Whatever. Oh, it's the thing, right? Oh, Talk to Tash. Everybody's talking to you. I want to talk to you too.
Yeah.
This is not a gimmick. This is real. I take what I do very seriously, right? And those are the first people to cry, because those are the first people with the real problems.
Yes.
And I dive deep.
Do you?
Oh, deep.
So just for people, and you do businesses also.
Yeah.
So do you sit at the table? This is what I'm picturing. Some CEO calls you in, you're sitting there next to the CEO, and you're watching everything that's going on. They leave the conference room. You're sitting there and you're like, okay, this guy, full of shit. This one's gonna screw you over. Yes. Do you do this?
I do. I have a few business clients, CEOs, top companies, and some small, when they hire me as their business strategist, chief of staff, or whatever they want to title me. And I sit in on meetings. I can also read photos. So they may even pull up their LinkedIn profile, and I will look at their LinkedIn profile and tell them everything. Like, there's no need to talk to this guy. He doesn't even have the money to invest. Like, I saved them time and money.
Do you get a portion of that? Can you imagine millions and then they give you a little?
Paid
They call it a big deal, and you're like, all right, give me. No, I'm just kidding. No, you have a gift, but you have a gift.
I mean, I don't. So here's the thing. Because I get critics, I'm glad you mentioned that. Some people are like, well, if your gift is God-given, why do you charge? Prophets don't charge.
I think that's bullshit.
So I said, well, here's the thing. I don't charge for my gift. I charge for my time.
But that's like saying an artist, right? Like you have a gift as an artist, right? Someone that paints. Mm-hmm. So you have this gift. Why should you not charge for anything? Or a hairstylist or something. You have a gift to do hair. You have a gift to do makeup.
Right.
A lot, you have a gift of whatever it is. Why should you not charge for your time?
Agreed.
Your time is valuable. And if you're sharing information and they're choosing to utilize that information, why should you not charge? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's like any other service.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't.
And I get that a lot because I'm prophetic. My gift is God-given. They're like, well, if you're really helping people, you shouldn't charge. I'm like, no, I'm going to charge for my time. I left my 9 to 5. I do sessions from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. I'm sitting in my home office talking to clients. Yeah. I will charge for my time.
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm not in agreement with people that say that.
I don't agree either, am I?
No, because if you even take it back to biblical times, people that had gifts were charging, whether it was like a lamb, a rupee, whatever it was. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. No. You have to live too.
Absolutely. And then I'm helping you with your life.
Yes,
I'm helping.
It's
you
like a therapist too. They get paid, right? Nobody's sitting there listening for free. No.
I'm a therapist on steroids.
Yeah, there you are a life coach, but a life intuitive. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Yeah. So what's next for you? Tell me what's next for you.
So I am going to be on Housewives of Atlanta this season.
Yes,
so exciting. The date as of now is in May, beginning of May. So I'm super excited about that. My best friend and I have an amazing venture that we started together called the BFF Experience.
What is that? Tell me.
So we cultivate these awesome events, brunches and conferences where we work or connect people and help them identify the good concept of friendship and business and knowing the importance of it, right? Like, we're connecting with so many people. How are we cultivating off of these relationships?
Do you think friends and business can work?
It can work. And that's why we started the BFF Experience.
I think it can work too.
My best friend and I have been friends for over 15 years, okay? We've known each other for a very long time. And we started our relationship off working together. Yeah. That's how we met, working together for nonprofits. And we've built this amazing friendship as we were working together. And it's pretty easy. And we're like, why do people struggle with this? Why do people struggle working with their friends? It's not hard. And so that's how we birthed the BFF Experience, because we want to show other people that you can do it too. You could have a solid friendship and build and grow.
You can.
And elevate together.
I think you can. You know what? And I think the important thing is you can disagree, but you can't be disagreeable.
That's it.
And there has to be a happy medium there.
And no judgment.
No.
Who are you to judge?
And you're going to fight.
Life?
You're going to argue. But if you know at the end of the day that the foundation of your friendship is there. And my business was built like that. That's how I built the insurance. I built it on family, friends, relationships. Did some, business-wise, it didn't work out for them. Sure. But that was never to affect the friendship. And I do think the best businesses are built with people that you know, because it's about trust.
It is. And I gotta say, my best friend and I, who's in the room, we've never argued. I'm just realizing
I can't say that about my best friends.
We never argue. Well, have we had disagreements? Yeah, of course, right? Well, she may say, sis, I don't agree with that. Or I'm like, sis, I don't agree with that. But we've never cursed at each other. We've never raised our voice at each other. We may not agree, but we know each other's limit. We never got into argument. And this is the first time I'm actually saying that.
That's crazy. No, we haven't. We definitely argue. But we know, but my girlfriends, we know each other since we're 10. Well, so there's definitely, no, but there's definitely a definitive line that we know our friendship is first. It's paramount. And you can't forget that. No. Nothing is worth a friendship, a lifelong friend.
A good friend is the most valuable thing that you could have in your life.
Yeah, it can work. So more about you. So you have this going on. Yeah. You also have your own business going on. What about, I feel like you're going into look, I'm trying to read you. I'm like, I feel like you're trying to go into the celebrity, like you're trying to get into that space. Because I'm sure I know a lot of celebrities know you. So are you trying to do something like in TV, television?
I am. I'm working on a couple of television projects right now. I can't say, but they're really big networks and conversations that we're having. And that is my goal. My goal is to land my own television show where I can help the masses, right? It's not about the fame or the publicity. It's about the larger impact that I can make. Yeah. So that's my goal, television, media, to help millions. I want to have big conferences where there's millions of people in the audience, and I could pick out people in the audience and bring them up to the stage, have different high-end guests like Oprah Winfrey's of the world.
Manifest it.
I'm calling it's on my vision board. I'm calling it. And that's what I see. I see me sharing a stage with powerhouse individuals, something that I put together, and we're saving the world state by state, country by country.
That is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, that's my platform too. I want to positively impact every single person that I meet. You know, your purpose.
Great.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's up today. I'm high energy today.
Good.
But your purpose is so much greater, and I don't think you realize that. Even like I don't have a gift like you do. I was not as blessed, but I do believe that I was put on this earth to positively influence every single person that I meet. But more than that, my purpose is far greater than who I am. And as long as you keep that in mind, I mean, you'll go far. I know you're going to go far places. You're so warm, so friendly. So if anyone wants to get in touch with you, where would they find you?
Thank you. So please follow me on Instagram. My IG is Talk to Tash 922, spelled out TALKTOTASH 922. I have a lot of impersonators out there that try to make fake Instagrams of me. And my website, talktotash.com, TALKTOTASH, to book your private session.
Ooh, I love that. So do you think I have good things going for me in the future?
I'm very excited for you, actually. And we'll talk offline, but there's an ability for you to have an actual talk show.
Oh.
I'm seeing talk show with you.
I'm feeling I'm Kelly Ripa vibes.
Well, I'm looking at you and I'm getting Bethany Frankel, actually.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, I'm getting that type of energy with you where you can have a whole platform that's public. And we'll talk about more in detail about that offline, but I'm seeing like big cameras and big rooms and stuff like that in front of you.
I love you.
No,
your energy is amazing.
Yeah,
I just love it. You're so down to earth. You're
you.
definitely the real deal. I mean, you're just warm, honest. I love it the way that you put things, so it's not anything to be. You put me at ease. I'm telling you, like at first I'm like, a little hesitant, but I mean, just everything that you're trying to do, and I love that your purpose is so great. I love that.
Thank you. I just want to help. Not enough of us are helping each other, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's competing and who's who and who's what. And it's like, how about you help them identify who they are so that we can all, in some capacity, work together and help each other.
And uplift one another.
That's really what's most important.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's been real. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. You've been amazing.
Thank you for having me. You're amazing.
Thank you for coming. It's all about timing.
Yeah, it is. Well, I intuitively knew that you were going to be in New York.
You felt my presence.
I did.
I love it. Thanks, girl.
Thank you.